Well, what is transition from concerns to actual roadblocks? What is actually standing in their way towards moving towards a virtualized IT environment? Funding and leadership, no shocker here. I don't know if we've had one survey in the many years that GBC has been surveying the GovExec audience where funding and leadership was not the top answer. What's interesting, though, is number 3 is usually almost always cultural resistance to change. And here, that's number 4. We've granted very closely to number 3. But here, awareness of benefits and dispelling misconceptions is the 3rd highest roadblock hindering agencies' virtualization efforts. I think that is very consistent with what we've seen across the board. We've done a bit of testing since the survey, and we found that that has stood up to be a higher roadblock, really, than funding and leadership. Now, the takeaways from this slide, I think overall, again, there's a lot kind of going on here. More respondents singled out cultural or institutional roadblocks than the technical challenges. So they're not saying that incompatible environments or applications or system accreditation are the big limitations. It's funding, it's awareness, it's leadership, it's culture. This isn't a technical challenge so much as it is a human issue. It's also an information campaign, understanding better the benefits and the challenges that come along with it, and that a lot of these security concerns may or may not actually be concerns. Maybe they're just perceived concerns, and they're remedied through a variety of solutions. So I think for this audience, what does this mean? I think the next question is, well, how do you move past these roadblocks? How do you knock them down and move forward with your virtualization efforts? Not surprisingly, when we asked, which of the following do you think would facilitate your organization's adoption of a virtualized IT environment, education and training were number 1. So just to jump back, not a lot of folks know exactly, about a third or so of folks aren't exactly sure how virtualization is being used in their agency. They know that they want it, and they need more education and training. So those were three of our bigger takeaways. Of course, government mandates and standards would help, but 3 and 4 are a comprehensive integrated solution and better security assurance. So I think across the board, there seems to be this wave that's coming up relatively quickly to move towards data center consolidation from the February memo. And they see a major benefit to it, but they're not exactly sure how it can be of use in their agency, and there are a lot of concerns involved.